This is Renee Thomas with DIY Mental Boost. Woo! All right, I am live with sound. Finally. Here we go. We're doing Joseph Murphy affirmations. Now, affirmations only work if you can believe and see and feel what you're saying. So let's see if we can get some heartfelt affirmation feelings. This is Renee Thomas with Joseph Murphy affirmations. My potential is limitless. How limitless? If you could name an amount of money you could earn, what would it be? If you could have the job that you wanted, what would it be? I am in tune with infinite wisdom. I have access to unlimited wisdom and power. I am radiant, beautiful, strong. I enjoy a healthy life and a passionate life. I'm attracting success and prosperity since I have healed myself. Those were Joseph Murphy affirmations. Catherine Ponder's affirmations are powerful statements that promote abundance and well-being. I give thanks that I am now well and happy, and my financial affairs are in order. Affirmations with Catherine Ponder. Everything and everybody prospers me now, and I prosper everything and everyone. I am now attracted to those who serve my higher good. I trust the universal spirit of prosperity. I am constantly increasing my consciousness of abundance. Ponder Catherine Ponder's affirmations. I am now guided, healed, prospered, and blessed in all my ways. Nothing is too good and too wonderful to happen to me. How about you? Vast improvement comes quickly in my life now. Catherine Ponder affirmations. I give thanks that I am well and happy, and that my financial affairs are in order. Everything and everybody prospers me now, and I prosper everything and everyone. Catherine Ponder's affirmations. Every day and in every way, in my lives and affairs, I have abundance. Every day and in every way, I am becoming financially independent. All financial doors are open. All financial channels are open. An endless bounty comes to me now. I bless you with a rich increase of all that is good. There is nothing for me to fear. And there's nothing for you to fear. Nothing can oppose you. Nothing can oppose your ultimate good. Nothing can oppose your radiant health. You look younger and more attractive, healthier, youthful, and beautiful. You are receiving. I am receiving. You're receiving all the health that is needed. Your success is unlimited now. You are a success. You allow yourself to feel your success. Nothing can defeat you. I give thanks. Do you give thanks? Give thanks for the perfect and immediate right results into your life. Rejoice that you are successful in all your ways. Nothing but good can come into your life. Remember who's in charge. I have unshakable faith in you. You are now open and receptive to all that is good. May you be blessed with riches increased. I know your value. You know your value. You honor your worth. There is no absence in life, substance or intelligence that can stop you. That there be peace within your walls and prosperity within your palaces. Focus on what you love and thus draw it to you. All obstacles and barriers to your success are now dissolved. You are success. Allow yourself to feel your success. Give thanks that you are rich, well, and happy, and that all your financial orders are in divine order. Every day in every way, become successful. Be open and receptive to all the rich divine things to come your way. Know your worth and know your value. Focus on what you love, and it will draw to you. All your financial doors are open. All your financial channels are free and open to receive. Consistency is your key. Infuse your affirmations in your life. Create greatness. Affirmations by Catherine Ponder. Your health and strength is your power. Your energy and stamina is your gift. You are successful in every way. Give thanks to your rich rewards. Every day in every way, I'm becoming powerful. We're going to do affirmations from the book of Psalms. Thank you. I love them too. Affirmations from the book of Psalms. Affirmations are like a library that you put in your mind. And the bigger the library of the thoughts that you want, that is what you'll produce in your life. Blessed is the one who does not walk in the steps of the wicked, or stands in the way of sinners, but one will prosper. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whether they do prosper. You'll love this. Isn't that cute too? It matches. Remember your worth. Affirmations in the book of Psalms. I seek and I pursue. Seek peace in times of struggle. Guide me in truth and teach me. Seek wisdom from good sources. Affirmations from Joseph Murphy. I am in tune with infinity. I am connected to the universe of supply. My thoughts are charged with prosperity. I am confident and secure in my ability to achieve my dreams. My inner wisdom guides me. I have a powerful subconscious. I have the ability to transform, and everything happens for my highest good. Thank you. Transform your mind with affirmations. This is Renee Thomas with DIY Mental Boost. Affirmations by Joseph Murphy. Here we go. I am surrounded by love, joy, and prosperity. I am radiant, beautiful, and strong. I have a healthy life. My potential is limitless, and I track all that I need to fulfill my purpose. My thoughts are charged with power. I live in a universal love, harmony, and prosperity. I am open to receiving the wealth of the universe, and I am blessed with financial abundance. I am confident and secure. How to use Joseph Murphy affirmations. Joseph Murphy was known for helping other individuals transform their life. And he did it with the power of his words. He learned that if you talk to yourself enough with powerfulness, that your brain and your mind would work on your behalf. What we put in it is what the brain will put out. So the more you put in what you want, the more the brain has to try to achieve it for you. And so he learned to do that. So some of his most powerful quotes is this. That's interesting. There's two of them. So here's this. He would say things like, every thought is a cause, and every condition is an effect. Change your thoughts, and you change your destiny. I like money. I love it, and I use it wisely, constructively, and judiciously. Money is constantly circulating in my life. I release it with joy, and it returns to me multiplied in a wonderful way. It is good and very good. Money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. I use it for good only, and I'm grateful for my good and for the riches of my mind. Busy your mind with the concepts of harmony, health, peace, and good, and wonders will happen in your life. There is a source of supply. It flows freely, copiously, and abundantly in your life. All your financial and other needs are met at every moment of time and point of space. There is always a divine surplus. Never finish a negative sentence. Reverse it immediately. Wonders will happen in your life. The truth is, you can acquire any quality of life that you want by acting as though you already have it. Your subconscious never sleeps. It is always on the job. It controls all your vital functions. Forgive yourself and everyone else before you go to sleep, and healing will take place much more rapidly. It is my right to be happy and successful. Money flows to me freely and copiously and endlessly. I am forever conscious of my true worth. I give my talents freely, and I am wonderfully blessed financially. It is a wonderful. Whatever your conscious mind assumes and believes to be true, your subconscious will accept and bring to pass. Believe in good fortune, divine guidance, right action, and all the blessings of life. You grow old when you lose interest in life, when you cease to dream, to hunger after new truths, and to search for new worlds to conquer. When your mind is open to new ideas, new interests, and when you raise the curtain and let in the sunshine and the inspiration of new truths of life and the universe, you will be young and vital. Don't fight your problem. Know that there is a solution. Your subconscious mind might not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees. If you say, I can't afford it, your subconscious mind works to make it true. Select a better thought. Decree, I'll buy it, and accept it in your mind. Infinite riches are all around you if you will open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. Hey, Robin, I'm just doing affirmations. I did my live at 7. We dealt with the inner, the blues, the winter blues, and the holiday blues that people get. It's helping them to see what that would do. But right now, I'm just doing affirmations. The more affirmations we have in our mind, it's like a library. And then the brain will actually use it more than thoughts that you don't want. So your conscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees. If you say, I can't afford it, your subconscious mind works to make it true. Select a better thought. Decree, I'll buy it, and I accept it in my mind. I'm going to look to see if I see any of Joseph Murphy's body healing affirmations. those are really good and powerful to tell your body that you trust it and that it will do its best to work and to heal. Now, the key affirmations that Joseph Murphy used, and it just helps the brain to look at it as wanting to help. You always have to say that your body cells are working for you, that your body is working for you. All your cells are working on your behalf, that they have a code already in them, and that code, it knows, and that it will get back on track to those codes. And so whenever we affirm that we're not feeling well, the brain takes it as something that we want to not feel it well. And so when the messages that we say, and these work really good when we say them at night before we go to sleep, because when we're sleeping, the brain is focused on the last things that we said. And so if you're wanting to do anything with confidence, feeling better, circumstances, all of those things, if we do those, that's what will come to mind. So I'm going to look to see. There's a certain lady that I like. And let me see if she'll pop up for me. So this is Florence Scovel Shin. Okay. And she was really good with speaking words that would speak to you, that resonate with you. So anytime we are affirming anything in our lives, we want to do it with regards to words that we resonate with, whatever we resonate with. So one of hers was, I am nourished from within. Every cell in my body is filled with light. I give thanks for radiant health and endless happiness. I am nourished from within. Every cell in my body is filled with light. I give thanks for radiant health and endless happiness. I see clearly and distinctly that there are no obstacles to my health. I see clearly the fulfillment of my great health. I give thanks for my perfect health. I see good in every situation. And you can do and say that for every area of your body, whether it be your eyes, your stomach, your legs, your arms. I give thanks for my radiant health and happiness. That's like a really nice one to say as you're falling asleep, because the mind, when it's sleeping on the subconscious, it invests in what we put in with intensity. And so you can visualize what great health looks like for you. Okay? I love everyone and everybody loves me. It's a very healing for the body. Keeps it in homeostasis. I love everybody and everybody loves me. My heart beats with rhythm and it flows. My heart beats with rhythm and it flows. Every cell in my body has divine instructions encoded for good health. When you want to do things for happiness, my endless good now comes to me in endless ways. My endless health comes to me in endless ways. My endless success comes to me in endless ways. I am harmonious, happy, and radiant. I am harmonious, happy, and radiant. I am detached from fear. My happiness is God's affair. Therefore, no one can interfere. I give thanks for my permanent happiness, my permanent joy, my permanent hope, my permanent faith, my permanent goodness. I am harmonious, happy, and divinely magnetic. I now draw to me my health. God's ideas for me are perfect and permanent. The more your brain puts in ideas of goodness, the more it will dwell on the goodness. And the habit will make the brain always focus on the goodness. No matter how things are going, it will learn to just focus on the goodness. It'll keep the big picture, and it will make good out of anything. The more you affirm, anything you say, do, or think is an affirmation. So when we're talking throughout the day, if we're talking about what we don't like, what we can't have, what we don't have, we're doing it with such intensity, the brain thinks those are the things that you want. It only focuses on the intensity. So your affirmations or just anything that you say all day, all the time. I am poised and powerful. My greatest expectations are realized in magnificent ways. It always works out for the best. No matter what happens, things just go my way. Those are the affirmations that your brain, if they just start to see that, so car is coming towards you, or it misses you, you say, everything always turns out good like that. Not, oh, what's going on? Why, I almost got hit. And then we talk about it all day. So affirmations are a really great way to fill your mind and your brain with good things. So I give thanks for my marriage. I give thanks for my body. Give thanks for the things it was able to do for me. I give thanks for these article of clothing I have. I give thanks for my friends. I give thanks for my relationships. I give thanks for my faith. Always give thanks and praise. Praise your body for what it does. We tend to focus on what the body is not doing. So we want to focus on what the body is doing. Okay? What it is doing. It remembers. Not I forgot. I remembered. I remembered. I remembered. I lost something. Is it gone forever? Or did you just misplace it? And it will be found quickly. The way we talk to ourselves as things are happening, it actually will help the brain to always stay in a higher level. The higher level it is, the more you will have clarity to see, think, hear the things that you need for life. So your affirmations that you say to yourselves make all the difference how you wake up in the morning, how you go through your day. Okay? So always remember that what you choose to guide your mind with is what will be there tomorrow. What you choose to put in tonight will be there tomorrow. What you put in tomorrow will be there the day after. If it's the pain that you're dealing with and it's overwhelming, that is what the feeling that will remain. Because some days you're able to handle what's going on, and some days it's not. It all has to do with what the mind is focused on. So I am harmonious, happy, and radiant. I am detached from fear and pain. Detached from fear and pain. I am attached to harmony, happiness, and radiance. My happiness is built like a rock, like it's upon a rock. It is now mine for all eternity. When you're doing affirmations, consistency, quantity, and the verbs that you use, the descriptive adjectives that you use make a very big difference on whether or not the brain is going to take it in. I have decided to be happy. I am happy. Isn't it wonderful? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I was happy every single day? You can even say it in that way. So you're not saying, well, I'm lying to myself, but it would be wonderful if you were healthy. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I was healthy? Wouldn't it be wonderful if my body felt good all day? When we have anxiety, we take a deep breath. And whatever the anxiety is, we acknowledge what it was. It's always important to acknowledge it. We don't ignore it, and we don't try to chase it off because it hasn't worked so far. We acknowledge what the anxiety is. And let me take a deep breath. And then in your mind, you can do something as simple as the ABC song in your head. So you would say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And when you do that, one, humming or music is calming to the brain. It's also making you focus. So it's distracting you from what that anxiety was. Then you decide, after you've calmed, you've acknowledged the anxiety, you've said something calming to it, then you give your mind something to view on. Is it a cute puppy you have? Do you love flowers? You just take a few seconds. I usually tell people about 15 seconds to 20 seconds and imagine you on a beach, or imagine you're in the mountains. Imagine you're hiking. And if you could actually imagine the action, that's called that movement imagination, that really does help the mind to disengage what was causing the anxiety. Now, if the anxiety is something that is constantly happening, if you interrupt it each time doing this, it will start to produce itself less. Anytime we're having anxiety, the brain just is not feeling safe. And whatever's going on, you unconsciously probably have told it this is a problem. And so the brain is creating the matching feeling to what you're saying. Okay? And so with anxiety attacks, the reason why I do the 3 steps is because it engages the brain, and the brain needs your directed instructions. It needs your directed instructions. And because at that moment, you have to think of when you're having anxiety, your brain is producing what your brain is saying you want, but your conscious mind is saying, no, that's not what I want, but it's in the subconscious. So when you're doing the 3 steps, you're actually you're talking to the subconscious. So because your conscious mind knows you don't want anxiety, somehow or another it got into your subconscious. So you can use your conscious mind to start rewiring that subconscious. And that's what's done at DIYmentalboost.com. Now, if you want to follow along video to do that, it's on this channel. Okay? If you go to Make Peace with Your Emotions playlist, or any of the ones that say self-session, that's what will calm it fast, because on this channel we do prevention and resolution. And prevention and resolution is not coping and managing. We don't cope with anxiety, because cope is like you just have to have it, and then you have to figure out how to live with it. And managing is, well, you can just reduce it a little, it won't be so bad. So if you do any of the playlists or the courses, they will actually start to deactivate your mind from using anxiety, because it's just a matter of direction. And for most of our education that we received, it's not about preventing or resolving. It's just about coping and managing. And that's just because it was a gap in our education. You fill the gap, the brain starts to feel safe because it knows that it can navigate through things. Okay? We're all searching for safety and love. Safety and love. And then there's calmness and peace in our lives. Anxiety comes from many things. And then we start to have them not only just emotional things, you're welcome, but through the fact of Now it's become repetitious because the brain learns by repetition. That's how we learn from 0 to 7. We learn to do most of the things: reading, writing, talking, how to learn different things. We learn that through repetition. So every time the brain has anxiety, it's learning as a repetition to keep it. So when you do that 3-step, it starts to interrupt the repetition so that it knows that, hey, that's not a repetition I want. So it unknowingly was put in, because we don't realize that when we're having an anxiety going on, we want to interrupt it. Okay. But we don't run from it. So you do those 3 steps repeatedly for about, I'd say 10, 15 minutes. You actually ask yourself, okay, what's going on? What were you feeling? And you can feel it again, but you'll notice it'll start to be less and less. And then once you know you have control of where you're telling it to go, your confidence will not be shaken. If an anxiety should come up, you'll know exactly what to do, and you'll feel more empowered instead of just letting it run over you and getting more scared that you'll have more. I know when I was having anxiety, I became afraid of having anxiety, and then that was causing anxiety. I was scared of my anxiety. It was causing my own anxiety. And so once you learn how to do subconscious rewiring, and I teach that about neuroplasticity, that will disappear. It will disappear. It will prevent it. So I share different things. Affirmations is just a great way to go to sleep. It can be a great rewiring while sleeping. Not so much when you're awake and going through your day because your brain is counteracting what you're trying to say, but when you're laying in bed and you're getting ready to go to sleep, it's really powerful. Because once you go to sleep, your subconscious is still focusing on what you were focusing on. And if that was goodness, and you do that for several days, you're going to notice that your sleep will get better. You'll fall asleep faster. Your brain and mind will hear the things that you need. So for good health, you want to tell it good health things. Okay? I live in a wonderful now time. My life is radiant. My health is radiant. The light of health just streams through every cell. And it sounds like, oh, you're just saying things, but it's really interesting that your brain will start. Thank you. Your brain will start to believe what you're saying, and then it will start creating it for you. And that's what we weren't taught in school. Neuroplasticity. It's there. You'll probably start hearing it now since you've watched this video, or if you start viewing my videos, other people who talk about the same thing. So coping and managing, that's okay. We're not downing it. It has its purpose. But we want prevention of anxiety. We want prevention of not feeling that we're in charge of what we're thinking and saying. And resolution, resolving it if we have. So take a deep breath. I'll do a little round with you if we want. Whatever it was that was bothering you today, just think about it. Why did it bother you? Why is it a problem? Who said it has to be a problem? Why is it something that you can't just accept it happened and keep going? Take a deep breath. Look at the problem. Is it in color? Is it pictures? Is it images? Is it a sensation somewhere in your body? Take a deep breath. And then say, A is for apple. And I love to tell people, spell it backwards. Because, see, your brain is not used to spelling words backwards. It has to really think. So neurons that fire together, wire together. And now we're going to start to unwire what was triggering the anxiety. So you go apple, ELPPA. Bobcat, TACBOB. I'll give you another word. This is a big one. Carpenter. See if you can spell it. Were you able to spell it? Carpenter. backwards. If it's too hard backwards, you don't want to be frustrated. Just do it forward. Valley. Laughter. Did I give you a good one? Laughter. Calm. Peace. You're welcome. And then make sure you think of something happy. Like, I love being in the water. I can see myself swimming, going all the way down deep into the water, doing some flips. That is what will engage the brain. So people don't know. It's a simple pattern to help the brain to stop having anxiety. It's more than coping and managing. It's being in charge and going back to see what's going on. And then they're doing the second step and the third step and going back to the first. You're in charge. You're the one telling it now. You want to see what's going on, not it just popping up anytime it wants and doing whatever you want with it. You actually have that power. And once you learn to practice it, it comes easy. Now, on my video, they're all free. Even if you go to DIYmentalboost.com, my worksheets are free. Maybe you like worksheets better. Download them. Have them with you. It works fast. I always tell people it's pleasant, fast, and it's very lasting. We're not looking to just sugarcoat it for the day. We want real results long term. Long term, like forever. Like forever. So I am healthy. Okay. I used to have anxieties, but I don't anymore. Say things like that to yourself. You could say that if you're not in the moment having anxiety, say, I used to have anxiety. And if you hadn't had anxiety in a week, you say, I'm so glad I didn't have anxiety on a week. Don't focus on, I had it today. Look back and say, oh, wow, you're welcome. Thank you. So remember that you can be very in charge with your own mind. Just takes a little persistence, okay? And practice. I always tell people it's just practice. If you make it too heavy, you're going to be desperate for it. And desperation, it kind of gets in the way of the fun. So it's going to be you and your brain. You're going to say, hey, listen, I know we got stuff going on. We've been having these anxieties, and me and you, we're going to work it out together. You have to literally talk to yourself if it's that like that. It's almost like you're talking to your inner child. That's what I tell people. Thinking about it, so you're talking to your inner child. And I was like, I know that you learned to get anxious about this, but we're going to try something different. So you got to keep it light. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was looking to give a little comment, but I couldn't in my little thing. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, here it is. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Hearts. I appreciate it. So remember, affirmations are a good thing to use at night. You can do it during the day if you are not fighting the affirmation. If you're trying to say, oh, I'm calm, and you're not, that's why they tend not to work. But if you're saying something like, wouldn't it be wonderful if I was calm? Man, I think, yeah, that'd be kind of cool if I was calm. That's a way of actually doing affirmations without your brain fighting you. Saying, well, you're not calm, you're freaking out right now. So always remember that you're in charge of your brain. Okay? You just weren't taught how to be. It's kind of like when you have a puppy dog and they're not doing what you wanted, but you train them. And we just were not taught to how to talk and communicate with our brain. That's it. I'm going to turn lights on. Whoa. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. I want to thank everyone for coming, and I hope this has helped. Always remember, you're wonderfully made, and always remember to only ask for goodness. There's no sense talking about what you don't want. Talk about what you do want. And your life will start to produce more of the things that you're talking about. Right now, if you have a lot of anxiety or you have a lot of lower vibe feelings, you want to look to see what thoughts, not just talking out loud, but what your thoughts are telling you, especially when you're going to bed. So if you use my affirmations playlist, you can go to sleep and just let that play, and it's just going into your head. I have one that's the Book of Psalms. It's really good. I have some that's just for having a peaceful life, affirming your life. Use them. They're there. They're for free. I want to thank you for coming, seeing me. I'm here every Wednesday. I am at 7 o'clock is where I do my most education about sharing what I've learned about neuroplasticity, subconscious rewiring, and also emotional intelligence. And when if your brain gets used to it, it becomes so natural for it to stay focused in a certain way. And that's why I'm here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then afterwards, I just kind of mess around with different things. Like tonight, I thought, let me try some affirmations. So thank you for coming in. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Thank you.